Hey, good morning, guys, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are when you're tuning in. I appreciate you clicking on the video. And before we jump in today, guys, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. Really appreciate it. Today, we're going to take a look at another Linux fundamental for anyone aspiring to learn Linux, maybe become a Linux administrator, or just become more efficient in Linux and do some cool things like offensive security, hacking, system administration, whatever the case may be. I've got a good video for you today, and the subject is the cron tab. What the cron tab is it's a scheduler that's used in Linux to run specific commands on a regular schedule. And also the name of the command used to manage that list is cron, or crontab, which stands for cron table, because it uses the job scheduler cron to execute tasks. Cron itself is named after Kronos, who's the Greek god of time. It's also the Greek word for time. Cron is the system process, which will actually perform the task for you according to a set schedule in that cron table or cron tab. So little backstory on that, guys. Fun fact. Kronos was the king of the Titans and the god of time, in a particular time when viewed as a destructive, all-devouring force. He ruled the cosmos during the Golden Age after castrating and deposing his father. Pretty gnarly. Anyways, that's where they got the name cron, from Kronos, and cron tab stands for cron table, because we're going to build a table. It's basically a file full of these scheduled tasks. So I'm going to build a cheat sheet for you guys. I'm going to put it in the description so we know the format of cron. Coffee. It basically looks a little something like this. I'll pull it over on the screen here. Give me 1 second. So the crontab format, you have to define what minute, what hour, what day of the month, what day of the week that you want this all to run, and then the command you're trying to run. So here's an example. If you wanted to run a bash script at 10:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, every month of the year, it would look something like this. So this is the minute field. So 30 minutes of the hour 22, which is 10 p.m. So 10:30 p.m. This is saying every day of the month, every month of the year, and then here's the days of the week, 1 through 5, which basically means Monday through Friday. So this is days of the week. It starts at 0. 0 is Sunday. So again, 10:30 p.m. every day of the month, every month of the year, but only on Monday through Friday. Go ahead and run this shell command. It makes more sense when you get in there and do it, guys. And there is a pretty handy shortcut table or keyword if you're looking to run tasks on a specific schedule, if it's yearly, daily, hourly, or at startup. This one's handy as well, so you can do it at reboot. Obviously not as granular, but a lot easier to enter into the cron table if you're just looking to do it every day, every year, every hour, or every time the computer starts up. So again, I'll include all this information in the description, but let's go ahead and give this a shot here, guys. So the command to view the cron tab is crontab-L, and by default, you won't have one. So no cron tab for Kali. So we're gonna have to do a crontab-E. And this is gonna say, where do you wanna edit the cron tab? I'll go ahead and do that with nano. And here's our cron tab, guys. So we can go ahead and pop in a entry. Okay, guys, for demonstration purposes, we will create a cron job that runs every minute. So this is saying every minute of every hour, every day of the month, every day of the week, run this command. So we're just gonna get the date and we're gonna push that over to a file. So we'll just say home, Kali, desktop, cron test. And then Control O to write this out. Control X to get out. Oh, we gotta hit enter there to save. Control X to get out. And now we'll have to wait for the next minute on the clock. Looks like we're about 30 seconds away, so I'll pause for a few. Alright guys, this should run in about 5 seconds or so. And there it is. So at 5:52, I've got this clock set in Easter time, but it's 5:52 a.m. here. That ran. Let's see what it dumped to this file. And there we have the date. Now I'll pause for another 45 seconds or so we can watch this run again, just for a proof of concept. It should run every 1 minute and give the date timestamp in this file. So let's give it a second here, guys. I'll pause. Okay guys, we're looking at about 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, should run. Okay, let's check. And there we have it. There's our second run of the cron job that we set up to run every 1 minute. So again guys, just a proof of concept we put together. We made a very simple cron job. Ran it every 1 minute, and just for a proof of concept we echoed the date to a text file. Obviously not very useful, but this is an example of how we put together a cron job, interact with the cron table or cron tab if you will, and this can be a very useful utility for you as a Linux system administrator, or even just a home user if you use Linux as your OS. Maybe you want to back up specific folders or do a full backup of a database, or any type of regular task. Maybe you want to restart a specific service every few days or few hours, whatever the case may be. This can automate those type of tasks for you. And again, we have the @reboot function or keyword at our disposal as well. So if you need to have something start up every time you reboot your computer, you could tie that to the @reboot keyword in the cron table, and then followed by the command you'd like to run every time you reboot. I'm going to do another video on that one where I fire up our andro-rat listener every time the computer reboots. So we have our malicious APK file injected on a phone, and then if we happen to reboot Kali, that listener fires right back up, and the targeted person or phone should automatically reconnect to our andro-rat listener. So stick around, or stay tuned for that one. I'll have that up soon. But again guys, I just wanted to show you a quick demonstration on a bread and butter utility in Linux, which is the cron tab. So let me know if you have any questions, if you want to see any specific examples with cron jobs or the cron table itself. I'd be happy to put something together for you. Yeah, this was a quick one guys, so I appreciate you tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until the next one, take care guys.